Well, with countries across the region beginning to recognize Rastafarians' sacramental use of cannabis as a constitutional right, the Bahamas is not about to be left behind. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder says it's not right to criminalize an entire religion because of its sacrament. His comments coming as the upper chamber opened debate on a compendium of cannabis bills. Proposed legislation intended to create a framework for the introduction of medical cannabis industry, establish the Cannabis Authority as the regulatory body, and among other things, to criminalize under 30 grams of cannabis. Now, Pinder says for religious use, changes were made.
Some denominations partake in their sacrament at the tabernacle in a group. Some denominations in the Rastafarian faith do not. And it's not used at their tabernacle. It's used more at home in a personal meditative setting, right? How we had it originally drafted, you had to partake at the tabernacle. We listened to the different denominations and their input, and we made the change. And so it's either at the tabernacle or in a private abode or accommodation, but never in public. Never in public.
While also intended to bring relief to Bahamians whose ailments the drug can help, the Attorney General stresses the bills will decriminalize cannabis use and set a fixed penalty for possession of under 30 grams.
An officer may serve a person committing an offense with a fixed penalty notice, which requires him to pay the fine of $250 before the date specified in the notice. If the offender does not pay the fine within the specified time, if he does pay the fine, he should not have a record for committing the offense. In other words, we are decriminalizing the possession of less than 30 grams of cannabis and creating a framework where it is punishable by fine alone and not a criminal prosecution.
While backing up his support of the legislation, Senator Randy Rolls cited that 70 countries across the globe have legalized cannabis in some form for medical use. He also lauded the government's effort to decriminalize the drug for the thousands of people who he says will have their criminal records expunged after previously being convicted for possessing small amounts.
This move, Madam President, will liberate for scores of people, especially our young men who, because of this criminal record, was unable to gainfully employed, were unable to travel, as well as unable to gain access to funding from mainstream financial institutions.
Hi there, I'm Corval Pyfrom. Thank you for watching our YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all things ZNS.